What is up, guys? It is Riley Reviews back again with another video here. It's been quite some time since we've done one of these. I am now officially going to be calling it Riley Reveals. Shout out to Natalie out there, but we are doing segments where we look at obviously new pre-orders, new announcements, releases, getting my first impressions and thoughts of it, and if I'm going to be purchasing it or not, and also hearing all of your guys' lovely thoughts. But we're going to officially be making this with episode 1, and this will be going on throughout the whole collecting journey. You already know how it is, but we're starting with a specific one and some other things. But to start it off, Harry Potter. We got Harry Potter, as everyone wants to call it. Forgive me if that's a bad, British accent. But we have it. The INART Harry Potter is here. I want to get my thoughts of it because obviously this is one that a lot of people have been been waiting on because INART's been quiet. They've been quiet for quite some time. So now that we finally have it in hand, people are very excited. I mean, not in hand, but in hand photos of the prototype. It is very cool to see, and I'm very excited about it. I mean, when I woke up to this, I was like, wow, I'm unreal. It looks really great, but we're going to go into like more of the actual photos. It looks really good. It looks really, really good, guys. I mean, what else could you say about it? INART, we already talked about when it comes to prototypes, they literally have nailed every single one. The only one that's a little bit controversial was the Bruce Wayne. Prototype wise, yeah, it could use a little bit of work, but everything else has literally been hit after hit after hit. Like people literally say like 9.5, like no chance about it. And I don't blame them for saying that. I mean, this looks so freaking good. The tailoring looks great. Sculpt looks amazing. You also got the rooted and sculpted version here, which you don't really know what we're going to go with. We're talking about, we showed the prices here. These are estimates, so we're going to get into that because that's a very big factor. That's a little concerning in my eyes. But before we do that, let's just acknowledge how beautiful this looks. Look at this. Hedwig. We got it. It's not just a bird. You guys called me out for my stream. Hedwig is there with Harry Potter looking really good. I mean, the likeness, like we said, we can start with that. What do you guys think about this? Obviously, I always love hearing your guys' thoughts in the comments below. I think it's there. I think it's like a 9 or a 9.5. Like with the rooted hair, it's just amazing. That rooted hair is such a big factor of how likenesses could be like so much better. It's pretty insane. But I'm going to go with that. Yeah, like a 9 or a 9.5. I think it looks almost just like Daniel Radcliffe. People do say maybe he's a little baby-faced. He was 10 years old in the film, so I don't really know. Maybe he just like, I get it, though. I can kind of see what people are talking about. But this is just insane. This literally looks rooted, the bird. Like, it's insane, Edwin. It's not, though, because I'm pretty sure it's just a plastic piece with the detailing on it. And it's insane. I mean, we look at this, obviously, we're not trying to, like, pick a war or pick fights. But when Hot Toys does animals and stuff like that, let's just be real. They're pretty trash. They're not really that good. I don't mean to be toxic or anything, but it's like, it's just a fact. I wouldn't say they're trash. That's a little excessive. But they're not as detailed, as great as they can be. Like people talk about the dog in Back to the Future. Like people say he looks like melted candle, which is kind of a bad way to look at it. But I think he looks. I get what people are saying. The sculpting isn't really the best when it comes to making animals, but they are at least they're showing that they're putting as much detail into animals as much as they are with their figures. So that's really cool to see. This is one of their best photos. I mean, that is insane. You see the scar. I love that. People talk about if you do go sculpted, you don't really have the scar, which is kind of weird. So maybe that's the reason why the price difference is a bunch. You're paying an extra $50 to see a scar, I guess. But I thought that was pretty funny to see. This looks really good though. I mean, the sculpted is right here as well. If you go sculpted for $340, it still looks really good. I mean, obviously, like I said, you're not going to see the scar, which is kind of weird. Don't know if not Hot Toys, INART will do an update for that or something, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in comparison because the price difference is drastic, which is kind of crazy. We got the whole broom here, which is taller than the figure himself. I love that. It's hilarious. Looking really good. Looking really good. You got to have his wand. I mean, it's Harry Potter. It's Harry Potter. You got to have it. Come on. This is just insane. I always get so excited when I see INART figures. I know I don't mean to like be a kiss up or anything like that. I just when we see these all white photos, like they look super hyper realistic and like I don't know, guys. It's just it's cool to see different companies that are premium into this hobby. I mean, we're always used to seeing Hot Toys blogger pictures and stuff like that. When you see different stuff like this, it gets me excited at least, and I bet a lot of collectors out there as well. This is amazing. This is really cool. I know people talked about this is going to be exclusively with the deluxe version, so the one that's way more expensive, like we were talking about, $580. It looks like it's not going to be cardboard, that's for sure. It's not going to be styrofoam. It's definitely going to be some type of resin, some nice quality base, because it's not going to be, I mean, when you're paying that extra chunk of cash, you got to make sure that this thing is detailed to the max. So I'm glad that they ended up doing that. And we got little Hedwig chilling up there at the top. I love how they included that as well. Don't really get why they had this pose because it's Photoshop, I'm guessing. There's not really a way that you could connect this. I mean, I think it would be cool if they added like a rod or something where this can actually be like possible, because I feel like this side of the wall, you really can't do another pose other than this, right? I mean, what is he going to be just levitating above the outside the building? I mean, it doesn't really make sense. So it would be nice if they included something. Maybe you can just prop the normal base in front of it, make him stand there, but he would be standing. He wouldn't be flying. So I don't know. Maybe you could prop it with the base. I don't know, but it's magnetic, so it doesn't even work. They don't have crotch grabbers, so I don't know. But this is a really cool looking pose. I just wish you can actually achieve it. This is like one of their best photos, I think. And this again, I mean, obviously, yeah, no, this is real. Like, yeah, you can make him fly. No, this is Photoshop, of course. Another brilliant photo. And this is really cool. I know people talked about it is plastic. It's not going to be like a kind of like materialized hat, which I guess it's not realistic, but I don't think you can capture all the rivets and all this craziness. And it would, honestly, I don't think it would look that good because it would probably like be wonky and being all over the place. I think the right choice was sculpted here, and it looks incredible. I mean, this is amazing. I'm so happy for Harry Potter fans. This is really good looking for a lot of people out there who wanted it. I mean, it's hard to really doubt INART when it comes to prototype wise because they nail it 95% of the time. Prototypes they nail. So he's got a stone there as well. He's got his books ready for class. I'm a Harry Potter fan. If you guys didn't know, I mean, I'm not a huge Potterhead. I watched the films, all the films. I enjoyed it, but it's not going to be one where I need to collect it. I don't think, as much as it's cool, and especially because of the price, which the price is crazy. But there's so many photos here, and amazing photos. I love it. Look at that. Amazing. And it's not, I don't believe, yeah, that's not seamless. So it looks like we're not getting seamless arms and hands like Joker for this NR one, which is, I think, fine. I mean, he has a coat anyway, so it's going to be covering it. He's not going to have any like short sleeved unless maybe he was flying with the broom. I don't know. But yeah, I think that was all the photos there. I think this looks amazing. It looks incredible. I'm happy for people picking it up because I know there's going to be people out there, maybe not that many, because let's get into like the one thing about this whole entire thing that we can kind of have some bad to talk about is the price. I think the sculpted one, $340. Okay, I get that. It's sculpted. It's going to be $340. That's a nice price. I really do think so. I mean, Hot Toys, when you're paying for sculpted, like $260 now, $290, $260 to $290 range right now. So the fact that you're adding 40 more bucks, that's shipped, I'm pretty sure. So this is estimates from 1/6 kit, shipped prices. So $340 for a shipped sculpted Harry Potter. I think that's fine. I think it's a nice price. You're going to get a lot of stuff with it. You're going to get all the where's it at? All the paper, all the paper that INART loves to include that people talk about. All his little hands there. You have it all there. His hat. Cool looking accessories for sure. I mean, a lot of it is paper, but I think it makes sense for the film. So I'm happy with the $340 price tag. The problem is that I think the rooted is kind of overpriced. I think it's really expensive and kind of steep for me. I mean, obviously, I was never planning on picking this up, but if the price was like really cheap, I'd maybe consider it. But the fact that it's that price rooted, I can't. And I don't think, personally, with INART, a lot of people talk about, they say go rooted or just go home. Don't go for the sculpted. I mean, the Joker sculpt looked really good, but I think I'm kind of on the boat where with INART, it's already a high price. I like to just go all in and get that rooted version. And like we're saying with the INARTs that people have in hand, they look amazing rooted wise, and they haven't changed. I've had the Joker for probably like 3 months now, and nothing's changed with his hair. It still looks the same way I got it. So good signs to come for the future. But like I said, $580 for the rooted. And I think the drastic difference is this base. It's the diorama base, and then the back of it, you obviously see the window where they created that pose with the broom. I don't know, guys. I feel like that's just a little steep. I mean, the Aragorn, I believe people said the Aragorn and Gandalf were like $450, and then the Aragorn was like 400 something or something like that. I was like $450 or $480 for both, for each of them. They're both rooted. They both came with the base, not as obviously dynamic a base as this, but I don't know, $580 just to include this base, and I think it's like 3 or 4 more things. It's a little steep. It's a little steep. I think, honestly, like we talk about it, is this price going to be justified for people who are the biggest Potterheads? I don't know, because it's a lot. I mean, it's a big chunk of a price. I feel like, personally, this isn't going to sell well, as much as amazing as it looks and beautiful as it looks. And INART, you can pat yourselves on the back. $580 for a rooted, shorter version of a character. I don't know. And one figure. You're not going to need 2. This isn't a Joker where it's 2 figures. Is that, in my opinion, was totally justified. You're paying $1,000, but you're getting 2 figures. You're getting this huge diorama base, and you're getting like a ton of accessories. For this one, you're getting, I think, like 4 more extra little goodies, and you're getting that base. For the extra, like, the price difference is just it's a little crazy to me. I think that it should have been like 480 rooted. I think that would have been fine. Maybe 500 max, but 580 to me is just a little overpriced. Again, it's their business. They can do whatever they want. And I know John from Queen Studios said that every price that they put into, they're making sure that it makes them have like a profit. Like they want to make sure to have a selling price where they get it. It could be a little pricey, but at the end of the day, these materials are very high quality. I mean, we're talking about right here with the base. The base looks incredible. It looks like literal stone, which is kind of funny. People are like, maybe INART would even go up to that standard to make real stone. We didn't see all the details of the materials yet, so we're going to find out probably in a couple days. But I'd say, like I said, INART's going to be making certain prices just because they want to make their profit. They're not just trying to steal money from collectors, obviously, but at the end of the day, to me, it's going to be a shorter figure, and the fact that it's 580 is just a little steep. But at the end of the day, yeah, it is their business. They can do whatever they want. But I'd personally think I'd be more into the rooted if it was like 500 or like 480. 480 would be a really nice price, especially because the other rooted ones were like 480, 450, something like that. So I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm kind of rambling a lot. But again, if you did enjoy the content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help the channel out. Episode 1 of Riley Reveals is in the books. I really do hope you guys have been enjoying the content. I'm kind of finally coming a little bit back. I took a little bit of a break because obviously I've had college courses. We're about to end the spring term, so I've been hitting the books recently. But again, I don't want to keep this too long. Really do appreciate all the support recently. We did hit the 2,000 sub mark. Really do appreciate it, guys. So much love, support from the community, and you guys are the best. And this is why I love doing these Riley Reveals, because I get to interact with you guys. So everyone watching, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Everyone have a great rest of your days, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.